Dating violence. What is it? Have you been a victim? Do you have a familiar friend who's been a victim? If you're interested in knowing what it is, what the signs are, and how to go about protecting your friends and family members, stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Shay. Welcome to my channel, It's Shay's Life. It's a lifestyle channel that consists of vlogs, makeup tutorials, fashion hauls, relationship tips and advice, and all showing life after a toxic relationship. If you want to know more about how to overcome and what is after leaving a toxic relationship, make sure you keep watching. February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. So in light of this, I wanted to do a video on what dating violence is. Teen dating violence affects individuals ages 13 to 19 years old. When unhealthy relationships start this young, it can last a lifetime. So if someone who has been in an abusive relationship, in a dating violence relationship at the age of 13, 12, 15, and they never sought help for it, or they never learned why, or never went to counseling, or whatever the case may be, they can start getting into a series of abusive relationships and it can last for a lifetime. Whereas they're married to an abuser, or they're dating this guy or girl for years on end, have kids with this person, and constantly going in and out of abusive relationships. Teens rely heavily on peers, adults, and the media to determine what a relationship is. So when we see relationships in media, when we see it portrayed, 9 times out of 10, they're showing unhealthy relationships. And it's made to be seen as something that's normal or okay. And when teens are seeing these types of relationships, even if their parents are in the abusive relationships, they think that it's okay, and they tend to go into these types of relationships not knowing that there are healthy relationships out there. So today we're going to talk about dating violence, what it is, what the signs are, what are some examples of dating violence, and so on and so forth. So in a nutshell, dating violence is a series of abusive behaviors over time used to exert power and control over someone else. So this can be controlling, manipulative, abusive, aggressive behavior. Dating violence includes physical, emotional, mental, sexual abuse. It can be one of these things or a combination of these things. A lot of people believe that in order to be in an abusive relationship, there has to be physical abuse. There have to be signs of abuse, like a black eye or bruises. And that's not the case. You can be in an abusive relationship when somebody is just controlling you or manipulating you. You can be in an abusive relationship when somebody is belittling you. Or you can have some form of physical violence where it doesn't show any signs of physical abuse. Dating violence is no respecter of sexual orientation, age, social economic status, anything like that. So I wanted to go over some examples of what aggressive and controlling behaviors look like in a relationship. So some examples of controlling behavior is not letting you go out with your friends, telling you what to wear, having to be with you all the time. It becomes excessive. When they're controlling every aspect of your life, that's a red flag, and that's a warning sign that you may be in a very toxic or abusive relationship. Verbal and emotional abuse comes in the form of name calling, so calling you a slut, calling you a whore, belittling you, making you feel less than them, saying that you don't know anything. Oh, well, you're with me because I'm so smart and you don't know anything. Without me, you wouldn't have anything. Threatening to hurt themselves, you or a family member, if you don't do what they want. If somebody says, if you leave me, I'm going to hurt myself. If you don't do this, I'm going to attack your family. These are warning signs of verbal emotional abuse. So like I said it before, physical abuse, kicking, punching, pinching, slamming you down, shoving, strangling, all these are signs of physical abuse. And not all physical abuse leaves marks. Some examples of sexual abuse: forcing you to perform certain sex acts. So if you don't want to do oral sex and they're forcing that on you, if they're forcing you or coercing you or manipulating you into having sex in the first place, they're even like forcing themselves on top of you, which a lot of times people don't even realize that when you're in a relationship that you could be forced into having sex. They think that it's always somebody that you don't know or a family member, but you can be in a relationship and be forced to have sex as well. There's a stigma that we need to break down around what domestic violence is, around what intimate partner violence is, and realize that our cousins, our nieces and nephews, our kids can be involved in this type of relationship, and we need to be aware of what's going on in that relationship, how to spot the red flags, how to teach our kids about what a healthy versus unhealthy relationship is, so that way they're not getting involved in that. Reminding them and letting them know that media should not be portraying what a healthy relationship is. You shouldn't be looking at the Kardashians. You shouldn't be looking at Love and Hip Hop and saying, oh, I want that type of relationship. Because these are not examples of healthy relationships. Even if you've never seen a healthy relationship, there are ways to learn what healthy relationships are. So this is just an overview of what dating violence is and what are some examples of it. In later videos, we'll be going over like some red flags to look out for, and things you can do to help yourself or to help your friends, your family members when they are in this type of relationship. If you have experienced any of this or know somebody who has, what are you gonna do to better yourself or better them and help them get out? It's very important to make sure that you're staying by your friend's side, and being aware of what's going on and not just being a bystander and letting things happen. If any of this resonated with you, put teen dating violence down in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you, and as always, remember, we're only growing from here. Talk to you soon. Bye.